Well, look at what I built, a multi-level raised garden bed. It's about 16 feet long. The thing came out awesome. I want to show you how I built it. First thing I did was I found a nice flat piece of land where I wanted to place this. I kind of drew out in the dirt what I wanted to build. Then I went to the lumberyard and I ended up getting 7 2x6x8s, 2 2x6x10s, 7 deck boards that are 5 1/4 by 6x10s, and 2 2x4x8s. And on a 2x6x8, I measured out 24 inches. I was going to need 4 of these 24-inch sections, so I mark it at 48, and I would continue to the end of the board. And then I'd cut it. I need a way to attach these 24-inch sections, so I ended up using these GRK screws. I'll put a link in the description where I got those from. I'd put 2 GRK screws on each end, and these are 3 1/8 inch long. And I like to run the drill in reverse first, and then drill it in, and this way it's less likely to crack the wood. So first reverse, then drill it in. And I'd connect these 24-inch sections to a 2x6x8, making a letter L. Then I'd grab another 2x6x8. On the other side, I would attach another 24-inch section, and then place it where I wanted to build the raised garden bed. But I needed a way to attach it, so I'd take a 2x4x8. I'd measure out 17.5 inches. I'd cut that. I'd use smaller GRK screws. These are 2.5. And I'd lay the boards flat so that I could end up putting this 2x4 to connect it together. If you can buy a 16-foot board, you'd be all set, but I didn't have a way of getting one to the house, so I had to do it this way. So I'd attach the 2x4 to the 2 2x6s to link them together. And then I'd rotate it up, standing them up, and I'd need another 24-inch board that I'd attach to another 2x6x8. And I'd need another one as well. Then once I had 2 more of them, I'd put them in place, attach them to that 2x4 to link them together. And then I'd take another 2x4 and I'm going to run it down my table saw. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put some screws in it. I'm going to take that 2x4 that I cut in half, put some screws in it. I'm going to attach it to another 2x6x8. I'll do this to 2 boards. Drill it in. And then I'm going to cut another 17.5 inch piece out of a 2x4 so I can link the boards together. And link them together and then attach at the end. I'll do this on both sides. And there we go. And I'm also going to attach a scrap piece of wood to the bottom of this 2x4. I should have done this in the first place. And then I'm going to take a 2x6x10. I'm going to measure out 40 inches. And then I'm going to cut it at a 45-degree angle on the end. And then I'll cut another 45-degree angle at the 40-inch mark. And honestly, a 22.5-degree angle on this one and 22.5 on the next one probably would have been fine. But I'll lay the board on top of the other board and mark it out. I'll cut another 45. Pretty much I just need 4 boards all the exact same length with 45-degree angles. And I'll cut the last one. Okay, there we go. We have them lined up. Got 45 in the back, but it looks like I need a little scrap piece of wood right here. So I'll attach that. I'll do that on both sides. And I can put the screws in to attach the wood that's at a 45-degree angle. And we'll screw those in. And then you'll notice when I drill in first straight down, then remove the screw, put it at an angle, and then drill at an angle. Makes it a lot easier. Drill straight down, move it out, drill at an angle. I'll attach those. And then I'll measure out the distance between them for the front section here. And this will be just a straight cut. And if you end up cutting a 22.5, then you'd have to do a 22.5 angle 2 times. But we just did a straight cut. There you go, you're almost done. Now do the other side. And then we'll start with the deck board, the top. We'll cut at 45. And at the other end, I'll cut out on a bevel of 45. And this is a 10-foot long board. We'll put it down, we'll line it up, and we'll only put 2 screws in, 1 on each end. We'll cut another board, 45, to connect it, line them up. Just put a few screws in for now. We'll line up those beveled edges, put some screws in, and then you can put a lot more screws in to secure it down. Now I'm going to cut another 45 for the lower level, and then at 44 inches. Now this one I'm going to cut at 22.5 degrees. And then we'll cut the other end at 45. So 45 goes up against the back, and then 22.5 at the front. Now this front board is 22.5 on each side. And we're going to line everything up before we screw it down. And I'm going to cut the ends off there. In the middle I have to cut right there. I'll cut the end right there before I screw it down. And there you go. It's all done. Now I'm going to fill it with dirt, and it should look pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Keep you up to date on all my future videos, and leave a comment on what you liked or what you didn't like. Thanks again for watching.